bestsellers list twice. I'm here to share tips, tricks, and advice on writing, cover art, and indie publishing in general. So grab your favorite beverage, pen and paper, and gird your loins, babies. This could get a little bumpy. Hi, everybody. I'm pulling up the chat. I'm learning so many new things. Hi, Shannon. We're just waiting for people to join. Oh, believe it or not, my hands are cold. Hi, Christina. How is everybody tonight? Oh. I am just like cold. I shouldn't be. How is everyone tonight? Can you hear me okay? Hi, Aurora. How are you, dear? Did you get my message that I'm your mama now, Aurora? Oh, I'm sorry, Christina. Good. I'm glad, Aurora. I'm glad to hear that. For those of you here now, if you could hit the like and the share button, that would be awesome. That helps us with our algorithms. And I'm learning that algorithms on YouTube are very, very important. So we appreciate your help. I had a great day today. I did nails today. Do you like them? This is from Olive & June. I love these. They're just little press-on nails. And it even came with a kit to remove them safely. So that made me very happy. And it came with all the files and the buffers and everything else in a little carrying pouch. And it's just really, really nice. It's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a couple days to get used to having them because it has been years since I have done nails. Years. Because I can't, I type too fast. Thank you. I don't know what color this is called, but I like muted tones. I don't like, every now and then I'll wear red if I have to, depending on what it is. But I just like muted tones when it comes to my nails. Thank you. I think they are. So for those of you joining tonight, we do over on my website, susantisdale.com, we do have a download sheet, a sheet for you to download and print off if you so desire. I just discovered them through Emily D. Baker and just thought I would give it a shot, and I'm really glad that I did. Oh, goodness. We're just going to chat for a minute until more people get here. I can't tell from the OBS system that I'm using who all is here unless somebody comments. I don't know you're there unless you comment. Today was grocery shopping day. It was Costco day. Hi, Linda. How are you, beautiful? I hope you're doing well. Just going to give everybody a chance. If you want to, you don't have to. It's not necessary. But if you'd like to, you can go over to susantisdale.com. And I think it's under How to Write Gooder, that little tab. And you can print off a character sheet. And that's what we're going to go into detail about tonight, are characters. And we're actually going to be discussing characters for the next several weeks. Character development, making characters that your readers are going to absolutely love or love to hate. Depends. And tonight's, as you all know, it's titled, Who in the Hell Does Your Hero Think He Is? We have fun coming up with names. And I think next week it's going to be, Is Your Heroine Too Stupid to Live? So it's going to be lots of fun. Lots of fun. Oh. And I hope everybody's had an awesome week. My hands are freezing. I should have gotten my writer gloves out. I have knitted writing gloves that I absolutely love. I think Hallie Bridgman sent them to me. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Just let me know if you have your... it's not working. Okay, so go to susantisdale.com. And then it's under How to Write Gooder. And then you will see where it says character sheet on that page. And, oh, goodness gracious, you're right. It isn't working. Well, what the hell happened? Give me a minute and I'll go in and fix that. It's just a really quick fix. Or a semi-quick fix. I got to go into the website builder, and I use Ionos, and I absolutely love Ionos. I really do. It's a good company, and it's very inexpensive, and I love all the tools that they have, and they make HTML really, really simple and easy for us. And let's see. And I think my whole website's like $3 a month or something really silly like that. So we're going to edit. Thank you, Linda, for letting me know that it isn't working. I better put my cheater readers on so I don't mess up. Well, let's go there. And we will file for download. I was certain I put that file. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see if that works. Thank you all for being so patient with us. Appreciate it. Yay, it's there. At least it worked for me. I hope it works for you. Let me know if that does not work. Oh yeah, the weather's been really nice here too, Aurora. Yay! That's okay, Shannon. That's okay. You don't have to apologize. You got a life beyond mine. And thank you for being my producer and moderator. Oh, congratulations, Shannon. We're going to celebrate about that later, aren't we? I don't blame you. I'd be screaming too. So again, hit the like and share. Print off your character sheet and we'll start talking about character development. Yay! So from that sheet, you can see it's pretty basic, right? Got some basic information there. But one of the things that you should also notice, okay, so I always put the title, if I'm writing these out by hand, I will put the title to the book at the top so that I know where this character belongs, and then hit their name, of course, what their occupation is, physical description, quirks and habits. Those are always fun, and I will give you one of the best, I don't blame you, Shannon, one of the best examples of quirks that I've ever seen in a book was a book written by Melissa Foster a long time ago. Oh gosh, I can't remember it now. Oh boy. Anyway, the heroine in this book, she had a habit of playing with coasters. When she was nervous, she would fiddle around with the coasters. And I just thought that was something unique, right? So we want quirks and habits that people can relate to that are still realistic. And like this right here, right? That could be a little quirk. Somebody does this when they're nervous. They play with their fingernails. Not just bite their fingernails, but play with them, right? Or perhaps one of their quirks is that they collect spoons from traveling. Or they might collect, like I do, coffee cups. Or they might have a quirk or a habit of doing this all the time. running their tongue over their teeth. So you want to make it interesting yet believable, right? So give your character an interesting quirk. Maybe they constantly pop their neck and it annoys people. Or they like to chew on toothpicks or whatever. Just something that's quirky and fun or relatable, right? So that's one of the things on our list. Love language. Yep, love language. And this is something that I have just recently started to do with all my characters. What is their love language? Do they show their love by buying someone something or things constantly? You know, they like to spend money on them or take them out on dates or what have you. Another love language is service. Do they show their love by doing things for their partner? My dear friend Hallie Bridgman, her love language is service. She loves to cook for people. She loves to serve people. That is definitely her love language. My love language is pretty much the same. I love doing things for people. I love helping. But for my husband, I'm very physical when it comes to my husband. That's my love language is hugs. God, I love hugs and kisses. He can just shower me with hugs and kisses all day long, and I am perfectly happy and content. He also makes me laugh, and I love that. That is the sexiest thing about him, is his sense of humor. So think about not only how your character shows love or gives love, but how they like to receive it. Okay? Those two things are not always the same, right? So think long and hard about your character's love language. Okay? Is this making sense? Do you have any questions at this point? It takes a minute for your comments to show up in my little chat thing because of the system that I'm using. So love language is extremely, extremely important, not just in romance novels, okay? I think this, when you know your character to that level, when you've really thought him or her out to that level of even knowing what their love language is, I think you, even if you don't use it in your novel, I still think it just makes a better character. It helps you understand your character so much better. And yeah, love language. I hadn't thought about that until about a year ago, Aurora. I just really hadn't. But it just came to me one day and I'm like, you know what? I need to know, I want to make my characters more three-dimensional and more real, and I want to be consistent. And so love language, I think it's really vitally important. Next on our list, secrets. What are their secrets? Either secrets they have or secrets about them that they might not be aware of. So probably the first secret you could might think of is adoption. They might have been adopted and they don't know it. They were never told. Secrets could be anything. It could be something from childhood. It could be something very recent. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, like he knocked over a liquor store when he was 19. It could be your hero is a virgin and doesn't want anybody to know. It could be pretty much anything. So try to figure out what your character's secrets are. Now, here is my most favorite thing about character development. What is your character's biggest fear? What is that one thing that this character, now this works for secondary characters too, and I suggest you do that for your secondary characters if you think they might get their own book later. I write in series, so I always try to think about that. A lot of my secondary characters get their own stories later. So what is that character's number one fear? What is that one thing that they are most afraid of? Because I think it could be something as simple as being afraid of the dark. I did that in The Bowie Bride. Leona's biggest fear was being in in the dark. She hated the dark. And that was from something that happened to her in her childhood. So what is their number one fear? Is it water? Is it heights? Is it falling? Okay. And then, yeah, anything creepy crawly, spiders or whatever. Figure out what that character's biggest fear is and then make them do it. If their biggest fear is being alone for the rest of their life, never having a family, children of their own, what have you, give that to them because that's what their biggest want was, okay? But then take it away. Put an obstacle in the path of that character that threatens them getting that one thing they wanted most by making them terrified of that thing they're afraid of the most, right? What is your character's biggest fear? If they're afraid of water, throw them in the water. If they are afraid of failure and they've always been successful, make them fail at something. If their fear is fire, make them have to run into a burning building to save someone they love. I think that adds a depth to your story that's vitally, vitally important. And you don't have to necessarily, again, don't do an info dump. You don't have to introduce that fear at the beginning of your book. You want to layer it throughout the entire novel. That's why I think plotting is important. Give those little breadcrumbs that explains why your character is doing what they're doing. Okay? This is especially important for your bad guys. Why is this bad guy a bad guy? What happened in his life to make him do what he's doing? And again, don't do an info dump. Leave the little breadcrumb trails. One sentence here, a sentence there, and pretty soon it all starts to make sense to the reader. But their fear, that is I love figuring out what my character's biggest fear is and then making them do it. Or if it's like the fear of not having a certain something, then give it to them and then take it away. That's good. Yeah, exactly right, Linda. Your antagonist, your bad guy, has got to be just as deep as your main characters or your hero and heroine. Okay? They have got to be just as fully developed and well thought out as your main characters. Because that's what leads to a really good book. Okay? So fears and goals and desires often go together. So what you have to figure out what your character wants most out of this life. What are they working so hard for? Or, they're why is this guy working 80 hours a week? Why is this woman up every day at 4:30? What is motivating them? What motivates them? Are their goals and their desires? What is that? Usually it's one thing. What is that one thing that your character wants more than anything else in this world? What's that one thing? Could be they need to feel safe or secure. They might want a really big house for whatever reason. They might want a family of their own, or they want to be a lawyer or a doctor, or maybe your character is a politician, or they want to be a teacher or an artist or a singer, a musician, whatever. Figure it out. What is that one thing they want the most? And then you give it to them. And then you take it away from them and see how they respond. I also like to put a family tree on my character sheets. And this will help you later, especially if you don't do a family Bible or a book Bible. I had to start doing this because my series were becoming so intertwined and interconnected that it was really hard for me to keep straight who's related to who had what kid, and things like that. So I like to jot down the family tree. Who are their parents, grandparents, are those people alive or dead, who are their siblings, cousins. Also on this, if you're writing contemporary, depending on what your novel's about, you could give the history, their work history. Where did they used to work? What was their first job? Mine was waiting tables for 75 cents an hour plus tips. Actually, my first job, I started at 10, taking care of horses, but it was not a paid position. It was, we worked for the family. This was a family enterprise. So put that kind of information in there. Okay. What is it? What, prior work history, ex-lovers or ex-spouses, put that information in there. Who did they used to be with? Who did they used to be married to? Is that person alive? Is that person dead? And I know it sounds like a lot of work, but it really isn't. And when you put it in at the front end, and you can change this as you're writing, and you decide, you know what? This is not working for this character. You need to listen to that inner voice that's telling you this isn't working for this particular character. And that's okay. You can go back and erase it, right? You can change it. It's all right to do it. But what I'm telling you is when you really flesh out your characters before you start writing the book, or, in those first few pages of your book, you're going to appreciate it, and it's just going to make your characters deeper, right? It's going to add dimension to your characters. It's going to make them more believable, right? And you do want believable characters. We do expect our readers to, suspend reality for a little while they're reading your novels, right? We do want that. But at the same time, we also want it to be believable. And some of the things that I forgot to put on here is motivators. What is motivating this particular character? What motivates them? I guess it can go under their love language, but some people are highly competitive for various reasons. I'm really competitive to a certain extent and only on certain things. When I'm sprinting with my friends, I want to have the highest word count. That's it. That's where I'm competitive at, is on my word count. Exactly. Well, if you love it when you read a book like that, then your readers are going to love reading a book like that. Yeah, you want to try and make them pop off the pages as if they're alive or real, right? You want them to be relatable. Yes, like you're right there with them. Like you are going through what they are going through right there with them. And again, this is for your good guy and your bad guy, right? And I'm getting better at writing deeper, better bad guys. I'm pay attention to getting into those motivators. Why is this bad guy behaving this way? Why did he kidnap this person? Why is he going around setting fires? Why did he, kill someone? Why did he rob the bank? All of that is really, truly important. You want to know what is motivating this person. Okay? And I think one of my best bad guys was Malcolm Buchanan. I just loved writing Malcolm Buchanan, and that's from Finley's Lass. And man, I almost redeemed him. We talked about this, last week? I almost redeemed him. But then I took it away. So, yes, that's right, Linda. That's very good advice. With your antagonist, remember, in his or her mind, he or she is the hero of their story, right? Bad guys don't always see that they're the bad guys. They feel justified in doing what they're doing. Okay? To them, their actions make sense, right? Doesn't make sense to anybody else around them, but it makes sense to them. They are the heroes of their own story. And you want to write bad guys that your readers are going to love to hate, okay? And bad guys that your readers are going to clap when they get their comeuppance, when they get what's coming to them. You want your readers to go, yes, you deserved it, you idiot. That's what you want. You want to write a character, a bad guy, an antagonist like that. Okay? And it's okay to start to redeem them. Maybe, give them redeeming qualities. Okay? But you can always pull the rug out from underneath them at the end. You can let your readers think, oh, yes, he's going to turn his life around. He's going to stop doing whatever it is he's doing. No, he's still the bad guy at heart. He's still the bad guy of your story. And it's okay to do that too. It's okay to tease your readers like that. It keeps them turning the pages. And that's your goal, is to keep your readers reading, to keep them turning the pages. That's your number one goal. You want to write so eloquently and so beautifully. And again, it doesn't matter what genre you write. You want your readers to continue to turn the pages. And eloquence and beautiful words, even in a contemporary setting, that's what does it. It's that simple. Well, it sounds simple. I say it's that simple, but it's a lot of hard work. You have to pardon me. My allergy meds are wearing off. Aurora says she likes to throw a curveball at times when it comes to her villains to keep things hooked. Yeah, you want to keep your readers hooked. You want them turning those pages. And I just love going into a deep, deep dive. I like to know what my heroes' favorite foods are. Do they have a sweet tooth, or do they prefer savory dishes? Right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing to know. Now, a lot of your contemporary authors, and I've done this too, what is their astrological sign? Doesn't matter what genre you're writing in, because we all know that certain things are true about certain astrological signs. At least I think they are. I'm a Scorpio. right? Oh, I'll forgive you, but I'm not going to forget what I forgave you for. I don't suffer fools lightly. I really don't. So just think of all the things possible that can give your character more depth. Because I think that's important. You want deep characters. Favorite foods. What are their hobbies? What do they like doing in their spare time? Make that something different. Make that something unique. Maybe they like to whittle. And that can be in a contemporary romance just as easily as a historical, right? Maybe it's something they learned from their grandfather that they love doing. Or maybe they make their own wine. Maybe they love to make their own wine or their own beer. That'll work for contemporary and historical. That'll work in pretty much any setting. Maybe it's collecting old books or growing plants. Maybe they have a green thumb. Yeah, mood boards for each character. That's a good idea, Christina. Think of an interesting hobby. Maybe they collect fishing lures. Or maybe they like to make fishing lures. That's something different, right? Maybe they like to sew or to knit or to crochet. Maybe maybe they're a carpenter. Maybe they love carpentry. Or maybe they work part-time at an animal shelter, right? There could be all sorts of different things that are hobbies. Okay? And again, that's just one more layer to your character to give them more depth. And that's important. You want deep characters, not just for your main characters, but for your bad guy and your secondary characters. Secondary characters can be deep. You don't have to go deep with your secondary characters. You don't have to, but you can just feather little bits of information in that will make your readers contact you and say, okay, when does so-and-so get his own story? Oh, that's a good idea. Christina says her hero collects cufflinks because his granddad did. That's unique. That's different. Right? Maybe they like to play water polo. It could be anything. But make it interesting. Make it deep. And it's okay if you don't know why your character does what he does. Why they love this hobby. Maybe the first time they did it, like the first time they swam, they were hooked, or the first time they, made a steak on the grill, they were hooked. And they've been grilling ever since. Or the first time they baked cupcakes and they turned out delicious and they want to keep doing that. Depth. That is the key to all great characters, is depth. We want to know why your character is doing what he's doing. And if you don't know why they're doing what they're doing, then your readers are probably not going to know either. And again, there's a tremendous difference between an info dump. That's where you give them all the information ahead of time. There's a difference between that and gently leaving little bits and pieces of information along the storyline that just explains to the reader, this is why this character is doing what they're doing. Great, Christina. Her contemporary hero, he's in a wheelchair and plays basketball with the guys he went through rehab with. There you go. But see, she knows that. Okay? For me personally, it really, really helps to write it down, to know. Now, I usually put all of this stuff, I use Scrivener, You've all probably heard me talk about Scrivener lots of times. And I adjust my character sheets in Scrivener with the rest of this. I just created the character worksheet. I went in and I added things and then saved it as a template, as my character sheet template, so that when I hit add character, the same information is there. I don't have to keep redoing it over and over and over again. So keeping track of who's who, and I know there are a lot of pantsers out there, and again, it's okay to pants your books. I've done it more than once, but I plot now, and I don't do extensive plotting. I know authors out there who, I swear to God, when are you going to start writing the book? They haven't started writing the book yet, but they've plotted it. They've been plotting the same book for 4.5 years. They plot every scene of every single chapter. No, I can't do that. I personally can't do that. Okay? I just can't. To me, that's just your yes, you want to plot to a certain extent, you want to plot, but not to the point that you're not writing the book. Yes, so you can be a pantser and still do deep dives on your characters. Okay? Write that stuff down. Oh, Christina, just go to YouTube and look for Scrivener tutorials. Just trust me on that. And they have so many different people on there that can teach you how to use it. And it's just that's how I learned. I couldn't, the manual, the tutorial that came with Scrivener, oh, I wanted to pull my hair out. So being a visual learner sometimes, I'm both. I'm auditory and visual. It depends on what it is. But for something like that, I'm hands-on. So, yeah. Those tutorials were awesome. And now I can't write anything but Scrivener. And I've tried several different things, and I just can't do it. These other programs, at least the ones I've used, do not have the depth and the ease of moving things around that Scrivener does. Hi, Bobby. Bobby says Scrivener is the bomb diggity. Yes, it is. I love Scrivener. I really can't write in anything else. Cool. Yep. Those video tutorials are amazing. And that's how I learned. And I just love Scrivener. I can't write anything else. So, and I love it that everything is contained. Everything is in one place. Oh, Bobby uses OneNote. She's like a OneNote queen. I didn't even know what the hell OneNote was until Bobby introduced me to it. But I use Scrivener like she uses OneNote. And, I ordered something today. Let me go. Hang on just a second. I saw an ad on Instagram, right? Let me go pull it up. And it was for something called Rocketbook. Okay? And it's the title of it is Rocketbook Fusion Smart Reusable Notebook Calendar to-do list and note template pages. Oh my gosh, people. Let me see if I can share. I'm going to try and share this video with you. Let's see. And I'm going to let you know how I like this. What I liked about this was the fact, hang on, I'm still here, just a second. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Hang on. I got to figure it out. We're going to do media source. Nope. Shannon, I'm trying to figure it out. Yes, I'm reading to myself. Display capture. Okay. Nope. Cancel. That's the wrong one. Anyway. Rocketbook Fusion reusable notebook. So it's reusable. The pages are reusable. Right? I can't figure out how to do this. We practiced this the other day and I forgot. A video capture device? No. Anyway, what I love about this is the fact that the pages are reusable, right? So it's almost like a laminated dry erase board, but it feels like real paper. And all it takes is a little bit of water. Display capture. Thank you. Shannon, you were awesome. Nope, that didn't work. What did I do wrong, Shannon? What did I do wrong? It's not working, Shannon. It's not working. I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, so you can wipe it down with just water and a soft cloth. It comes with a little eraser. And you use gel pens with it. And what's really cool is you can scan it after you're all done. You can scan it and save it. And window capture to Chrome. I want to show you guys this so bad. Window capture. Nope, 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 nope. I don't want to show you my desktop picture. Chat, item, OBS item, Windows Server, menu bar. Okay. Show windows with empty names. I don't know what this means, Shannon. We're going to have to practice this tomorrow. So anyway, you can scan it and send it to the cloud, and it'll read your handwriting. And, this is like Hocus Pocus. Sorry, Christina. Anyway, you can just go to Amazon and enable the display capture source. Display capture source. Video capture device. Display capture. Nope. 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 I'm sorry, Christina. Does it mean you have to wait until the end of the month? No. But anyway, my little reusable is going to be here Saturday. And once we figure out how to share a video, you click on Word and it gives you synonyms. What? Oh, yeah. Scrivener does that, Christina. It has a little dictionary built in, and that's where I use my thesaurus. I love the Scrivener thesaurus. I use this all the time. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. But if it gets here sooner, I'll show you all Friday night, and we'll figure out how to split screens. But anyway, it's called Rocketbook, and it looks just like a regular notebook, and you turn actual pages, okay? I use my iPad a lot, right? And I have my trusty, dandy little iPad pencil, but sometimes the iPad's just too heavy to carry around, right? Or it's not going to fit in your purse or whatever. Whatever this Rocketbook is, it also has like little index cards, or it has like a steno pad. It just has all these different things that are really, really neat. Okay. I'm reading. So you use Rocketbook daily. Okay, Shannon. Yay, Shannon uses it. She loves it. Yeah. So I ordered extra wide-lined pages. So I'm pretty stoked. But I cannot wait to try it. I cannot wait for Saturday to get here so I can try it. Well, thank you, Shannon. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, we'll talk more about that later. So anyway, I like to write things down. It's like if I write it down, I remember it. So that's why I put all this information into Scrivener. I love Scrivener, and I can't write anything else. I just really can't. I've tried. God knows I've tried, but I just can't. I just can't. So what do I... Well, we'll do a how-to tutorial later. So anyway, back to characters. You want deep... You want characters with depth. You want characters that your readers are going to love or that your readers are going to hate. It's that simple. What the difficult part is how to make that happen. How to make those characters deeper, make your people, your readers, fall in love with them or fall in hate with them. That's where it can get difficult sometimes. And again, you don't want info dumps. You don't want to give them all the information up front. You just don't. Because why would they continue to read? They already know the whole story. Right? And it's the same with blurbs. We're going to have to do a show on blurbs, Shannon. Remind me. We're going to have to do a show on blurbs. Now, I hate writing my own blurbs. I just suck at it. I hate writing blurbs. Writing the book is easier than writing the damn blurb. But I love helping other people write their blurbs. So if you would like to use one of your blurbs as an example that we can use some night, next week it's going to be, is your heroine too stupid to live? Yeah, blurbs, the 97th level of hell that Dante never wrote about. Oh, Shannon, I'm not a blurb queen. Thank you. I fixed your... Yes. At least I hope I helped you. A root canal without anesthesia, then write a blurb. So here's what I do, okay? I write my blurb. And usually my blurb is like really, really long, okay? I have key points that I think I need in the blurb that will make people want to read it, right? No. What you want in the blurb is a very brief description. But what I do is I write out several paragraphs and then I whittle it down. I start carving. I take things out. I look at it. That's not important. That's not important. That is important. And again, it's genre driven, I think. How you write that blurb exactly. But you want to use intense words in your blurb. Okay? You want intense words: murder, despair, tragedy, trauma, desire, hope. You want words that pack a powerful punch in that blurb. But we digress. We'll do blurbs another night. Yes, you want to be intriguing on your blurbs. So back to our character sheet. Scroll. I'm so glad you all are here, and I hope you liked the stream and shared it. That's awesome. So motivators, what's motivating your hero? Why are they doing what they're doing? Leave those little nuggets of information. Leave those little tiny breadcrumbs. Do not do a total info dump. Okay? Don't do info dumps. Layer that information throughout the entire story. You want your readers, as they're reading, to go, "Oh, I didn't know that. Now it makes sense." That's what you're trying to do with your books, with your stories. It's not always easy. But these things, knowing your character, and yes, your character can surprise you sometimes. It's okay, right? Your character can surprise you. But take the time while you can do this while you're writing the story. You can. But take a few minutes before you start your book to figure out who this character is. What motivates that character? Why are they doing what they're doing? What is that one thing that they want more than anything else in this world? What is that one thing that they are most terrified of? What is that one thing that just scares them shitless? Okay? Could be failure. Could be snakes. Could be, locked in a closet. Could be, water. They don't like being in the water. They don't like being on the water. They don't like being near the water. Fire. They could be terrified of fire. They could just rats. Anything. Think of something, that one thing that just terrifies the hell out of your character, and then put them up against it. You're not necessarily making them face that fear, because when you do this correctly, you're not making them face that fear. You're putting that fear right in front of them, and they have to battle it. And then when they come out on the other side, they're stronger, wiser, hopefully, depending on if you're talking about a protagonist or an antagonist. I guess you want your antagonist stronger, because that will add depth to your story, and that will make it more intense. Does anybody have any questions right now? Yeah, first one, and then you fix it. Now, what also I like to do is I will write it, and then I will think I'm fixing it and get it down to where I think it's decent. And then I have a very dear friend who shall remain nameless, because I don't want everybody emailing her saying, hey, fix this for me. She fixes it for me. She gives me her opinion, her ideas. And 99.999% of the time she's right when it comes to blurbs. But just make really lovable, hateable, relatable characters. It's important. Does anyone have any questions at this time, at this juncture? Remember, next week we're going to talk specifically about heroines, and I think that's important. Is your heroine too stupid to live? Carolyn Lampman, hi, beautiful. How are you? I hope you're doing well, honey. My daughter is the final proofer. Her absolute most favorite author to work with on this planet, including me, is Carolyn Lampman. That's okay, Carolyn. You can watch it when we're done. You can rewind it and go from the beginning. We're just talking about a deep dive into character building. What makes your character tick? Oh, people watching. That's always good too. Yes, I love to people watch. I've gotten some great characters, mostly for some contemporary novels that I want to write. Oh, Carolyn says she's the most awesome proofreader ever. I think so. But she does more than just proofread, right? She helps you with your grammar and sentence structure and everything. She's just really, really awesome. And it's perfect pages, final proofing. Yeah, people watching can help create great characters. Exactly. Exactly. We're just starting to wind down, Carolyn. I've been babbling for almost an hour. Oh, so does anybody have any questions about developing great characters? How's this information helped you? I would love to know that you find this informative or helpful. Maybe I gave you something to think about that you never thought about before. Love language. I'm telling you. Oh, you do really deep character questionnaires? I know a lot of authors who do that. Birthdays. Don't forget your character's birthday either. And how old they are. We got to know how old they are. Where they're from. Where were they born? What brought them, astrology. What brought them to this point that they're at right now in this book? What brought them here to this point? Because that's all important information. But again, you don't want to info dump, you want to layer. Thank you, Shannon. I love you. Shannon's letting me know that we're coming upon the hour. We don't like to keep people too long. Will I see you Saturday in Galena, Mississippi? Galena. Oh, will you see me in Galena, Miss Susan? Oh, no, I will not be there. I want to be there, but I'm not going to be there. I had a lot of family obligations. We've got a lot of birthday parties and stuff coming up. Just a lot of personal stuff going on. You got to crack the whip, yes. I got to get some writing done. That's what I really need to do. I keep hitting my microphone. I'm so sorry. Next year, I hope to do a lot more traveling. I really do. Right now, I really felt the need to not travel so much this year and just focus on the writing. Because that's how I keep the lights on here at Tisdale Manor. Got to keep the lights on. Any questions? No? It's okay. We can save questions for Friday night. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Christina. All right, so we're going to wind this up. And we will be back Friday night for the Cheeky Wench Hour. If you have questions, please feel free to email them to me at susan@susantisdale.com. Yes, sprinting tomorrow. Because I've got to finish Orabellus. If I don't finish Orabellus soon, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind. I just hope everybody has a really awesome weekend. We are putting up little tidbits of writing wisdom here on my YouTube channel, little short 1 and 2 minute videos. And we'll have more and more of those as the days and weeks go by. And yeah, thank you, Christina. If you feel like you're learning something, if you like these Wednesday nights with the Wench, tell your author friends about it, will you? Share the links. Tell them they gotta watch. At least pop in for a few minutes. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. I don't do Twitter, Christina. It's the cesspool of the universe. I know lots of people like it. And that's okay. Thank you for sharing on Twitter. I appreciate that. Thank you, Aurora. Anyway, I'm going to run. Lots of stuff to do. I still have a little bit of writing time left in my day, and I'm hungry. We slept in today. I slept till 10:24 this morning. Of course, I didn't get to bed till 2. And I slept in. And we went and did grocery shopping today, but we ate lunch at around 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that was really nice. But now I'm starting to get hungry, and Wednesdays are just going to be like this. Wednesdays from this point forward are going to be insane. Anyway, I love you all, and I think you're awesome, and I know you can do this. I know you've got it in you to become better authors, because you're here and you're trying to improve your writing skills. Anyone who tries to improve their writing skills, in my mind, has got the best potential for becoming a fabulous writer. I don't care who you are. I don't care how many books you have published already. You can always improve your writing skills. Always. Even James Patterson will tell you that. I do masterclass and love it. Yes, you did, Shannon. It was just a late night, but I don't know why, because I didn't nap or anything, but I just was wired for sound last night for some stupid reason. But anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to grab some dinner finally. And I love you all. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here on Wednesday nights. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your continued support and love. It means the world to me. And I will see you here Friday night, 7 o'clock Central, for Friday Night Live. And if you've got any questions, just email them to me. Anything you'd like to discuss Friday night, any questions you'd like me to answer, I will be happy to do so. Anyway, love you all bunches. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your week. And you've got this. I know you do. Because you're strong, capable, intelligent, beautiful women. And you have chesticles. Anyway, bye-bye.